Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kiki and this is Pierisims, and today I'm actually going to be doing a creator pack kit room build. So we'll be going ahead and bringing up a wheel here, clicking it and finding out which one of the creator packs we're going to be doing to make a room, and then after we're finished with the room we will go ahead and upload it to the gallery. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and just spin this, and then when we get that spin we'll be able to find out which one we're going to use today. And it looks like Pierisims refined storage. Is that what it is? Living room, not refined storage. Wow. I'm thinking of a completely different game on that one. So yes, we're going to do the Pierisims refined living room creator kit. Let's go ahead and remove that off there, and we will get this off the screen for you, and we will go in and get started. So let me bring up that particular kit today. Where are you at? Pierisims refined living room. There we go. Now I'm using a smaller lot. I do have another lot that I have for just like the main kits and whatnot, so I'm using this one for this, and I think I'm just going to use this very first one right here. And let's get some lights in there, because then we can actually see what we're doing and get going. Now that is very small, so let's click off of here, get off the refined living, and we'll add some of these lovely little saucer lights here. Get those in. And let's just go back to the refined living. Okay, perfect. So now we have all this to work with here. We'll just go ahead and put everything in the room just so you can see what we're working with here, since I don't have a lawn to actually work on at the moment. I did make sure, like I said, it's a smaller lawn, so it doesn't have like all the same stuff as everything else does. Now the thing with this is that like we do need bb.move objects on. Perfect. Okay. Is that, you know, there's actually quite a bit more than the last kit that I did, because the last kit didn't really have a lot. Well, no, last kit had a lot. I'm thinking of the stuff pack. Like I'm doing a luxury stuff pack, like the luxury stuff pack, the very first one that was released for The Sims. And so I have that as well coming out. I just think that this one has a little bit more to work with, which means we can get a nice modern living room, and that'll be nice. Okay, that's a big boy. All right, so here it is here. Now it is pretty just like basic modern, kind of simple and refined, but I do believe we have colors, and I kind of want to go ahead and embrace one of the colors and maybe do like a, let's see, maybe a green living. I think the green living would be nice. Is there? Oh, no, there is. There's pretty much like some similarly good stuff in here. I kind of like that one. Do they have that one swatched over here? They kind of don't look the same. I'm trying to stick with like the green, and that way we can have like a little green with maybe pops of tan in the room. I think the tan would be nice, kind of like to go with that, to kind of make it green neutral. Let's see, is there one that would work with that? We'll do that one. No, that's blue. I think that's as close to green as we're getting in this, but I want to keep it part of the same grouping of colors with some tan accents, and then that way we can, I don't know if I like that though. And see, the one thing I don't like is that, you know, they have this on here, but then they have ones that are not the same color. And I don't know if that's done by design or not, but we'll see. Okay. This maybe, let's see. Sorry if you hear my cat. She doesn't like it when I give anybody other than her attention, so you might hear her in the background just kind of screaming her cute little booty at me. Let's see here. Maybe just keep the tannish stuff. Does this one have that dark? Yeah, okay. So that's what we're gonna probably stick with when it comes to like the sandy colors there. So let me actually get a floor going, and we will get something nice. I think a dark wood would be nice as well. Let's see, the planks, I mean, they're not too bad. Let's see, darker, kind of like it darker because it kind of makes the green pop. Do we want chevrons? Ooh, too much. No. Yeah, I'm not feeling the chevrons. I don't think I'm gonna do that today. Let's see, how dark is the mahogany color? Ooh, no, I kind of like this one because it kind of has like the duller looks to it. Now, where is the wall pattern here? Now, I want to put, I think, wallpaper in it, but there's going to be a lot of patterns. Ew. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not fitting for this design. Maybe a little bit more something, or a little bit solid. Just try to see if we can get one that's a good solid color. Let me see. Makes it too dark. Yeah, that's not a grayish. I mean, it would probably go and make the walls pop, but I don't know if I like the molding on there, but let me try something else because yeah, no. Let's go back to the paint job. We can do a paint job, right? Let's see. Pretty and plastic. No, that does not fit the vibe of what we're doing here. Yeah, now that gives, looks like a different color. It looks like it's darker in the swatch. Oh, I kind of like that one. It still has the color, but that's way too bright compared to what the swatch shows. Let's see. No, how about a gray one? That does not look like it's, you know, actually that might be good. So let's just do that to begin with. Now, I don't have any windows for this, so I think I'm just going to pick out some windows and we can use that because there's no like curtains or anything. So we'll just like set up maybe a set of windows. Doesn't mean we'll do it for like each side. We'll just do it for maybe like the two main sides here and just have them set up for like that. Because then I can use the pictures. I think the pictures would go good on this side. Do this for like that. Okay, so far so good. Now, where do I want this living room? Because I think I want it facing the bookshelf. So maybe put it right here. That might be good. Actually, now there's this here as well, and then that. Maybe we'll have it facing this wall with the windows behind us. I kind of don't like the windows behind just because I kind of feel like when you watch TV on anything, I don't care if it's The Sims, but when you watch TV, you do have that lovely like glare from the outside that comes in, and I don't particularly like the glare from the outside. So I'm gonna put this here, do like that. Let's move this out of the way. Just kind of like move everything to the side. Oh, that actually works pretty well for that. Can this actually, it can. Very nice. So I'll move this stuff off. Perfect. Now I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with like this chair because this chair does not fit. Maybe have it as like a little reading nook on this corner here. So let's move this out of the way. Do this. Let me go ahead and alt move it. If you don't know, when you have bb.move objects on, if you click on the actual object, hold on to alt, you can actually like freeform move it. So it makes it easier to move to where you want it to be. So we'll do that. We'll do this so we don't really like clip. And then maybe just have that in the corner. And maybe get it nice and centered. There we go. And then we have that right there. We'll have this moved over just a little bit. Let's do this. There we go. And then we have the wall there. So let's go, or not the wall, but the bookshelf here. Let's move it over one. Perfect. And then that can be part of that particular part of the room. We can add like a entryway right onto the side right here, like next to it where the chair is not, it's on the opposite side. Let me double check here. I thought there was an option for like you being able to see my mouse in game because I can't see it, but maybe you can. I'm just not seeing it on this particular thing here really quick. What is that? Capture UI. Enables that. Camera, pack settings, environment, gameplay. How do I not have burglars on? I remember burglars in the very first Sims that came out. I'm that old. I'm that old. Okay. So I'll have that like that. This will be the main part here. I think I'm going to have this going behind or in a corner. But let me move this out of the way. Ooh, actually, let me put this over here. I have an idea. Let's see if the idea pans out. But I want to move all of this stuff to, like, to the wall. Move it to the wall. And then do this. We'll just move everything over. Get it off the floor like that. Okay. Now let's do this. All right, and make it bigger. Covers most of the flooring here. And I'm gonna move it back just a little, so there we go. Okay. Now if you don't know how to do that, it's the brackets. So right next to the P, they have the two brackets. That makes things bigger or smaller when you're holding onto it. So that way you can actually change the size of the item you want to use. It doesn't always work so well because sometimes it just looks horrendous. But when it does work, it's actually pretty nice. Okay, so move you over here. I don't want it to completely be on grid. Let's do this, and then let's see. It looks like it's about good right there. Nope, wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, so far so good. Now this will pretty much be like that, and actually that's a good. Now let's see. Over just a little bit. And it's probably not too lined up the way I want it to be lined up because I want it to have some semblance of even appearance there. Like that. There. Okay. Now this, I think the best thing to do is just kind of like stick it behind. Block some of the sun. No, maybe not. Maybe in the corner. Like that. Because this is going to go for the living room, but I want it to be in the corner here facing kind of like we're having a conversation and yeah. Okay. This will go like that. So far so good. This, I'm going to move out of the way because I want to do this. Okay, now stick it in the corner. Do like that. Have this like right underneath because if you're actually going ahead and reading a book, you want to have the light over you so you can see what you're reading. We'll have it as just kind of like a book nook. Now with this, we'll just put this like right above like that. Now, is there other... There are other designs, but maybe that one? Is there... Okay, so there is 3. So let's go ahead and copy this and move it down. And then do this. Okay. I'm like concentrating, like trying to make sure it's not off, but it is off, so let's see here. Like that. Okay. Now let's change this one to that, this one to that, and now they're all different, and we can use them like that. Now, technically, that's pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this plant here, which is the small paradise. Put this in the corner. I don't think is there other colors? No, the pot changes. No, we'll keep the pot the same. But we will make it a little bigger. Move it so it's kind of like that. I don't want it clipping too much out. There we go. Make it a little bigger than the one that's over here. Now we do have this, but because that works pretty well just sitting on there. We could probably put a TV right in the center and then the TV would be good to go. This would just sit right here. Now what is this? Like, it is just a book. So put that there. Stick this here. Let's move that out. Move this in. And is it going the right way? We'll have it, yeah, diagonal works. And then this one can just sit on the lovely shelf right there. And that way we have everything in there. Just trying to find spots for like absolutely everything. I don't know, can that actually fit in the bookshelf like right here? No. This one, no. Okay, do that in the corner. I don't think we need another sitting area because we have this one right here, but this one is the lovely Pierisims kit. So we have everything in there. Currently, we have a couple of these on there. I kind of feel like I want to do another set of these and just have it on this wall here. Just make sure it's like nice and decorated. You could possibly put a door in right there, which I will do, so that way we have some semblance of like, oh hey, I can do this with it. And I am gonna go ahead and we'll just, that should allow, I think, you guys to get into the room from there. It kind of breaks up the vibe, let me tell you, because I mean, yeah. But for this one, we can just bring it in a little bit so you can sit there. Plenty of room for the actual door to open up, and then you can go in, and then you have your own little living room. So whether you add like a little front area here to go ahead and make it like go into your house to do this, and then you can possibly like move these, but I want to keep them there for decoration. But and then like you put like an arch in, take away a couple of the windows and have the arch in the center so it goes into the second room like the kitchen. You can do the same probably over here and move this plant and like put an archway that goes like towards a hallway, or even put a door there for just a bedroom that has a built-on bath to it, which would be kind of nice. But this is the Pierisims refined living room, and with that I had to double check because I said refined storage last time and that was not okay. But refined living room, I absolutely love it. I think the green color with the darker woods is kind of nice. This actually gives it like a little bit more depth in there. So the swatches on there are very interesting, but I like it. I like it with this darker color. Kind of gives me a slightly like retro feel on top of having that modern kind of like kick to it, or modern kind of feel to it. So I like it. I think it's great. So if you like this and you want to go ahead and see some more, please go ahead and like and subscribe below. Otherwise, that is going to be the end of our Pierisims refined living room kit build. I will go ahead and actually, while we're here, I will get this particular room. Go ahead and click this room here, get the room saved, get it onto the gallery if you want to see it. If you go and look up Pixioid, so it's just Pixioid, you will be able to get this particular living room as well. And thank you so much. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and like and subscribe. Dag dag.